Geek Speak Show, it's preview night, San Diego Comic-Con 2017. I'm drenched in sweat. You might see it, might not. With me is, introduce yourself.
I'm Brandon Alinger from Prop Store.
Hey, Brandon, how's it going?
I'm good, man.
So we just started. Everybody's coming in, and right away we come because the Joker's here, the Batman costume is here. What are we looking at here? What do we have here?
So these are all costumes that are going to be sold in our live auction this fall. And these are some of the highlight costumes that we have. RoboCop, front and center here. This is a costume that was made for the original RoboCop film, the majority of it, and then it was repainted and reused in RoboCop 2. So very bright, very memorable. We have this one here to sort of draw people into the center of the stage, and it will be sold in our auction at the end of the year.
And let's make it clear, the one that was worn by Peter Weller, correct?
Yes, yeah. So that is our thing here at Prop Store. Everything that we sell, everything that we handle, they are the original pieces used in the making of the movies. We didn't make these pieces. We're not a special effects company. We are a memorabilia vendor, if you like.
Yeah.
And we find these things wherever we can, all over the world, dealing with studios, production companies, collectors, rental houses, and we make them available to collectors like yourselves, so that you can bid on them in auction and display them in your home theater or in your office.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say next, actually, is who buys them? Because like you said, I'm sure they don't come cosplay and walk around with them.
Yeah, I mean, very rarely would someone buy something from us and cosplay
you might,
with it.
I mean,
you can if you want to, I mean, but it's really just movie fans and television fans, people who love these properties, love these movies. And if you're a collector, if you're someone who just genuinely loves a film, what better way to connect with it than to own a little piece of it,
Yeah. Now, you said it's an auction. Does the auction go year long, or how does it work?
No. So the items that you're seeing here, the vast majority, everything on the stage behind us is going to be sold in our annual live auction. So that's a one-day event, and it's a live auction, meaning you can show up and bid in person in the room. You can also bid online, or you can bid by telephone. You can bid by written absentee, where you place your bid before the auction. But it's really a one-day event where everything gets sold on that one day. We do have some other things on the booth, which I can tell you about in a few minutes, that are a separate auction, which is an online auction, but what you're seeing here is the live auction.
Yeah. Now, especially for the Joker over here, does it come with the...
It does, yeah.
Mannequin?
So that's been put on a custom mannequin, size to fit Jack Nicholson's suit, and it does come with the recreation head there to sort of finish it off. Some of the other ones, like the Catwoman here, Julie Newmar, is from the 60s Batman show. That's just on a standard mannequin, so that one will not come with the mannequin. But RoboCop includes the mannequin because it's been permanently mounted to it. So it's sort of on a case-by-case basis. When you look at the auction catalog, it'll tell you whether or not the mannequin's included.
Now, is this one pretty heavy?
It is heavy,
It's not metal, obviously.
No, it's not metal. The armor's made from urethane, which is sort of like a rubber, like a heavy rubber, a rigid foam, something like that. The helmet is fiberglass, but it's reasonably heavy. It'd be a workout to wear that around Comic-Con.
Yeah. Imagine working out in that, or just a workout period.
Yeah, exactly.
So let me move back here. What else do we have?
So this is Mal from Serenity.
Yeah.
This is Nathan Fillion's costume. Serenity was a very popular science fiction film. And then we have Magneto from the first X-Men, Ian McKellen's costume. And down here, did you see The Martian?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is Matt Damon's costume from The Martian. This is the EVA suit, so he wears a few different suits in the film. Mm-hmm. This is the one that's a little bit more like a typical NASA suit, but you can see it's a beautiful spacesuit, and spacesuits are always highly collectible in general.
Yeah, so again, all of you are jumping up and saying, how would I get involved? How do they get involved? How do they sign up?
PropStore.com. It's all on PropStore.com. Go there, look for the auction section. You'll be able to read about this auction, the live auction. You'll be able to read about other auctions that we have going on. We have regular auctions all the time for film and television memorabilia. Check us out.
Yeah, so they'll show you a little bit in a second. Alex or Gabby, they'll show you like what's going on. But in the meantime, Brandon, thanks a lot for showing us.
And
good luck with the auction and everything
have a good con.
Thanks.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Lex, and we are here. We made it. We are at Comic-Con 2017. This is, of course, the Geek Speak Show, and I'm here with Steven with the Prop Shop. Steven, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How you doing, all right?
I'm doing okay. It is starting to get a little, the con sweat, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it gets a little bit, there's some unusual smells that sort of hover around a little bit. But it's early. I mean, it's cool. There's plenty of time for that later.
It is. Actually, it's the first day, and I'm already super hyped up. So,
Well, thanks for coming.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us, by the way. just give me kind of a brief overview. What do we have in this case? What do you have to offer us?
Well, what we've got here is a selection of the material that's in Prop Store's upcoming live auction that's taking place in September. It's just a small sample of over 600 lots that's coming up for sale.
Wow.
Some of my favourite pieces from the auction are actually in this particular display case. I'm a big fan of model miniatures. Model miniatures is a dying art. It's something that we don't see so much of now in film production. A lot of that work is digital. And so these are the sort of the physical miniatures that are built for filming. This is from, I mean, everybody knows what this is. This is the DeLorean from Back to the Future.
Back to the Future, of course.
This is actually specific to the ride. So, I don't know, did you ever go to the Universal Studios, go to the Back to the Future ride?
I haven't.
No, you missed it. It's gone. It doesn't exist anymore. Okay. Well, this is the model miniature that was built for that. It was a brilliant ride. It was.
Way to kill my dreams right there.
Well, you can probably YouTube it or something. You'll get an essence of it. But it's
next time.
Yeah, next time. Yeah, absolutely. So that's the miniature that was built for the ride itself.
All right.
And so it was sort of an immersive experience where you actually got to ride in one of the DeLoreans. You're chasing Biff through time around Hill Valley. And actually, Steven Spielberg had some input on the style of this particular sequence that was shot. And yeah, I love it. It lights up. It's got all these effects that go with it as well.
Nice.
Coming up for sale with an estimate of £40,000 to £60,000, which is, let me see the conversion, about $50,000, something like that. So you've got to dig a little bit deep for it.
Chump change, right? Totally just chump change.
Yeah, sure. For some people.
You're like, sure.
I want to come around and raid your change jar. So right next to that, we've got from Return of the Jedi. Have you seen Return of the Jedi?
Oh my gosh, so everyone who watches the Geek Speak show knows I've actually never seen Star Wars.
Oh, really? Oops.
I know. That's why he was pointing at it earlier. It's like,
Star Wars, man, you got to watch it.
I know, and I've been totally delaying it, but I'm one of those people that gets so antsy. Like, I'll be sitting and watching a movie, and I'll just be like, and everyone tells me they're really long movies. So I have this running anxiety of like getting started with it. So it's nothing against the movies. It's just me, personally.
Take some time out. Sit down, watch the 3 original films. You're going to love them.
I know. Yeah. I need to.
Yeah, you do.
I definitely will. I promise you.
Cool.
But yeah, definitely tell me about some of the Star Wars. I know these characters are from Star Wars.
They are.
I haven't seen
Congratulations. Way to go, man.
I know.
There are going to be people out there screaming at you.
My first award of the day.
Darth Vader. This is a touring helmet that was made for Empire Strikes Back. Awesome. It was taken from the original molds that they used during production. And so this was used for promotional purposes where they needed Vader to go out to theaters, to toy stores and things like that to promote the film during that period. This is a special effects C-3PO head. So during the production of Empire Strikes Back, they used a new process. They went to an injection. I can see you glazing over as I'm saying this.
I'm really listening. I'm wondering, you're about to explain it, I think, but I'm really wondering if they used this exact model in the movie. So that's how I was.
It's hard for us to tell specifically at this time now. We're so far down the line. But we do know from the way that this mask has been built that it wasn't worn by Anthony Daniels. But it was inside it has SFX written inside it. So that means it probably went to the special effects department and was maybe used for one of the special effects shots. So somewhere in the production
it was used.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
Absolutely.
That's good enough.
And then you got a left hand and a right hand right behind there as well for the costume, which were worn pieces. And you can see how one is much more worn than the other. And that's down to the plating process that they use. So they're working with a sort of rubberized hand to make it slightly more comfortable for him to wear.
Okay.
But then it's gold plated, it's vacuum metallized, and that sort of breaks down and wears off over time. Yeah, again, you're glazing over here, man. Too much information.
No, give it to me. I like information. You're fine.
And so some of that's worn over the years and tarnished, but that sort of adds to the feel of it, to the look of it. You know, you can see the age of it. These things are 30, 40 years old now, so it's something that should be treated with a degree of respect and reverence because of what they are.
Oh yeah, completely. You know what? Just to honor that respect, I promise I will watch the Star Wars movies just because...
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. I will watch the Star Wars movies. I'm so sorry to everyone. I haven't yet. Anyways.
Prop Store has persuaded you to watch Star Wars.
Prop Store has made it a thing. Everyone's going to love you guys now, just saying, because they've been trying to have me watch it, and I have been denying it, so...
Cool.
This is where it starts.
I want to hear more.
I am actually very curious, though. what do you think the most expensive item in this whole place is? I want to know.
On our booth here?
Yes.
I believe it's either the Y-Wing model miniature here, which is an estimate of about $130,000 to $260,000. And that is just a guide for the auction. So it's going to start around £100,000, about $130,000. We had a TIE Fighter helmet in Prop Store's last year's auction, which took place in September as well. And that had an estimate of £60,000 to £80,000.
Wow.
It sold for £220,000. So, you know, some things that have an estimate, you know, you never know where they're going to end up. And that's the fun of an auction. But not everything is this sort of money. I just want to emphasize there's over 600 lots that's coming up for sale. And some of the cheaper lots start at sort of $40 to $60, $60 to $80. We got some crew gear, caps, jackets, autographed items, posters as well.
That was actually going to be my next question is like, so for the regular folk in the world like myself, what can we kind of expect to be able to afford at this booth?
Sure. Well, if you're looking from something from perhaps a more contemporary film or more recent film that's maybe something that's not so in front of the camera, not maybe from the lead character or something like that.
Yeah.
So you can pick up the background costumes and set dressing and deck and things like that, and that can range in the hundreds of dollars. And so, you know, it's part of our philosophy to ensure that we're servicing and we're providing items that are going to be readily available for entry to the market, entry into the hobby really, as much as anything else. You know, this isn't an elitist thing. This is fun. This is about getting up close and personal with something you love about the movies.
Yes. Oh, I love that. That makes me happy. Yes. Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much, Steven. I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us. And this has been the Prop Shop with the Geek Speak, and this is Comic-Con 2017. Thank you, Steven.
Thank you.